Okay, everybody. Hello.
Next Thursday.
How are you all? Awesome. If you are not me, please stop talking. Sorry, I need to organize here. I'm glad you guys are talking about the project though. Okay, so first things first. Before I do a lecture or anything else today, we need to finalize groups, seating, and meeting times. So Omar is here. Omar, just give me 1 second about organizing stuff. So conveniently, the shout group is kind of all right here. So you guys stay right where you are.
Yes, sir.
I've got 6 students, I believe, 5 or 6. Did I tell you 5 or 6? 6. I got 6 students that are on the drone project. Can you raise your hands? Okay. I want to rearrange seating so you're all seated together. So can you guys in this row move and the drone project sit up here for now? Okay, there's going to be more moving here in a second, but let me... Omar, do you have about 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Yeah, if you want to sit and chat, next step here, there's 3 of you that I still don't have. No, wait. Yeah, I got it. There's 3 of you that I still don't have schedule availability for. So the person that needs to know that most is Omar. So if you guys as a group can write down everybody's availability and Omar put yours in there too, so then I know okay, cool. So if you can do that quietly while I do the rest, that's what needs to happen. And there's still some other students. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so is everybody for shout here already? Is there anybody? Okay, perfect. So next is irrigation technology. I know there's more of you than that. There's hang on. Sort. What's that?
What are the software, the apps?
The apps that are possibilities? I forgot to send you guys that, but I have an update on it, so let me talk about that in a little bit, okay?
No.
Okay, so let's do this by project. Okay, so for irrigation, I've got Mohammed Al Yusuf. Your irrigation, right? Okay. Richard Gomez. Okay, cool. Brenda Herrera. Okay. Eduardo Lopez Madero. Where are you? Eduardo? Okay, not here today. Marcela Mendoza. Okay. Oh, but you were asking about software.
Yeah, I know.
So you want to switch to software?
Possibly.
That's fine. That's fine. Keep on this for a second, okay? Anna Padilla. You still on irrigation? Cool. Valente. There you are. Okay. And Leslie Vizcaino? Is Leslie here? Oh, she just emailed me the other day. And Savannah Williams. Okay. So here's what I want to do. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can we put irrigation here and the first half of here? Is that okay? So Valente, you're going to have to move. Sorry. If you want to switch to software, stay where you are for now. Huh? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so that leaves software and other. So, software. Everybody who's software, like everybody that's sitting, is anybody that's sitting there not software right now? You're still other? Okay, get up for a second. And then other is basically sitting over here. Okay, cool. So, software, fill in the extra spots here, please, for now. What's that? Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, so that brings us to the other categories. So, folks, be a little quiet for me for a second here. So everybody that's software and not sitting somewhere yet, just please feel free to fill in here. Okay, so that leaves us with others. So I'm going to go down the list here quick. Abdullah, you still not decided? Okay. Fahad Al-Barak. Is Fahad here? I don't see. Okay. Abby. You're going to do it here? Okay, got it. Muhammad Alesa. You're still undecided?
Not yet.
What?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, cool. Rashid Alawashani. Rashid here? What's that? Oh, he dropped it? Okay. Delete. Abdulaziz Al Hassan. Sam, I think. He also goes by Sam Al Hassan. Not here? Okay. Abdul Rahman. Okay, you're still undecided? You don't know yet? Okay. And then, actually, there's two Abdul Rahmans, Al Qudur and Ali Hani. Okay. Al Qudur, okay. Are you still undecided as well? Okay. Faisal Asbahi. No, okay. Trisha, are you still undecided? Okay, that's fine. Just want to make sure. Okay, Derica? Oh no, Derica's not here today? Huh? Too bad. She actually has a prize. I'll tell you guys a little bit about it. Nick Gonzalez. You still undecided?
No, I'm there.
Irrigation? Okay, can you come up here? Thanks.
No, it's okay.
Martin, are you software now? What's that?
No, it's okay.
Drone? Okay. Can you move up there? Like the last. Here you go. You got another number. I like your software idea though, man. I pitched it. We just don't know what's going to be chosen yet, but it hasn't been ruled out. That's okay. Like if they choose your idea, we'll split you between the two teams.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, is there more space there, or maybe that seat behind there? I just want to keep all the drone people close to each other. Okay. Lance Thomas, still undecided? Okay. Axel, still undecided? Software. Okay, cool. And then Matthew, like software? I figured so. Okay, cool. So let me actually grab this. Okay, so all the other people, Matt, you want to take Martin's seat, man? That'll kind of like fill in software there. So other is kind of in this area here. Let me tell you guys about a couple of options and next steps for you guys. Okay, so first option, Derica? Awesome. Are you ready to present about your business?
Oh, I can talk a little bit about
Yeah. Come, stay right here. Actually, this is So, first of all, you're going to be sitting over there now. This is like the other. I rearranged the seating by groups. So, Derica has a business she's already working on. She's been working on it for a while, and this is one of the options for the people who haven't decided yet. So, first of all, when you get done, please sit over there. So or rearrange all the groups, okay? But go ahead and tell, this group over here, people who are not decided yet, raise your hands. So, there you go.
Okay. This is a lot of guys, so I don't know how you guys are going to like this. My name's Derica. I started a business called Baywatch.
Let me interrupt. If anybody hears this and decides you want to switch, you're welcome to switch. We got good coverage on everything now, so I'm not worried about one person moving from one group to another. So if there are women who are enamored with your concept, you can still turn them in. You can still turn them onto it. Okay, the stage is yours.
Okay, so I started a company called Baywatch. Sells swimwear, sunglasses, basically summer accessories. Right now, I'm doing summer accessories. So there, I do guy stuff. There's a couple of swim trunks. But that's what I'm a little slacking on. It's really hard to find really cool swim trunks. So it's really simple. Basically, I've done most of the legal work. I believe all of the legal work. But I'm just going starting from the beginning and polishing up with this class. So right now I have the website, but I want to do a lot of different website designing. So I'm looking for a website designer or anyone who's interested in learning that, which I'm totally interested in all of these things that that I need, which is kind of I was I don't know if I really want to throw this business idea out there for class because I kind of want to learn too. So web designing and marketing, and most of it is going to be marketing through social media and online marketing. I forgot what that is called. The online
Gorilla.
PP and then PP.
What?
PP something. I was looking it up online. I forgot.
There's a lot of different names,
yeah,
but I tend to call all of that cheap viral marketing, guerrilla marketing.
So do a lot of that marketing, and depending on the market, also looking for finding models and people who are interested. And the people that I use for models are people that are in Bakersfield that want to build their portfolio. So what I do, everyone that I use, even my photographers, they want to build their portfolio. I don't really use that many people that are already are up to speed. I like to help people out as they help me out. So basically that's what I know that I'm looking for. He is still going over the whole thing, and it's going to let me know what I'm missing, and we will just be completing everything that's missing. It's really no job that I can supply or have anyone have because it's online. But it's just something to keep you going, something really simple, and it's all clothing and accessories. So it's not hard. So that's my pitch. Sorry, I wasn't really that prepared.
No, it's okay. You can if you want to move your stuff now from there to over here, you're welcome to sort of pitch people more after class. Mm-hmm. Let me give you guys a couple more options and tell you what needs to happen next. So Alyssa was in here last week. She sent me kind of a short list of options. So her organization, the KIT community, they need people to plan marketing and sales of library hackathon tickets.
If you don't mind, I'm going to take this.
Yeah, go ahead. Eventually I need them back, but if
it's only going to be 15 minutes while I just get them up to speed.
That should be okay, as long as I get. I think you sent me the availability sheet, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, maximum 15. I need them back by 15 minutes.
You will have them back.
Cool.
15 minutes.
Awesome. Okay, so helping the KIT community, her actual networking organization, to promote their library hackathon, do some networking, stuff like that. Beacon is actually a disaster relief app that they developed during the hackathon last year. They're trying to kind of expand that software. It's kind of a software project, but it's a specific app that we can make into a separate project. And then Foray, which is a pub or a food crawl app that she talked a little bit about last time. Those are options. And then I think more for the other class than here, but Mershon Enterprises is a software development company that may or may not need project work, and then iSafety Pro is another app. So we got a bunch of software app ideas plus the Baywatch idea. I need you all, like, basically your first deliverables are due. I'm probably going to push back the due date for one of them, so we may have another week and a half, 2 weeks, but your first deliverables are starting to come due pretty soon. So I am going to say right now that the default project, unless you guys choose something different, is Baywatch. Because Derek is here, she's available, we can work on it. If anybody likes those app ideas, or I can make sure to give you, does anybody there actually here? Did any of you pick up Alyssa's card last time? Let me give you these. Pass them around the undecided group. You just yeah, so pass those. I don't think I have enough for everybody, but basically your options are either Baywatch or talk to Alyssa and choose one of those projects I mentioned or some other project. Or feel free to go out into the community, go to a meetup, talk to to businesses or people that have ideas that you know. I can supply an idea if you don't have any, but Alyssa's got several, and then we've got Baywatch. So you need to choose a project by next week. Okay? Make sense? Okay, cool. So you guys keep those contact information for Alyssa, and then talk with Derica after class. Okay, so that's that. Actually, here, let me hand this. I only have one copy of this, but this is the description that Alyssa gave me for the app projects. You guys, as the group, you can keep that. Okay, so you want to switch to software, right?
I'm considering it. I know you mentioned the.
That's fine. This is the end of what. Say again.
Like the original application ideas that they had for them. What were they again? Can't remember.
The original application ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Basically, off the top of my head, there's an app that a buddy of mine is looking to develop, and I'll mention that it's in cooperation with LA Fitness. Like they have some level of interest in it. It's a facilities app to be able to track, escalate, and close out like problems with the air conditioning or problems with different workout machines, problems with leaking water in the basketball court, problems with the pool. The entire area, they need a mobile app that helps them quickly resolve facilities issues. And LA Fitness, they have hundreds and hundreds of locations all around the country, and this app would be not doing. They will pilot test in one location, but they're interested in an application for a much broader audience. And if it works for them, it'll work for a whole lot of other people with large amounts of facilities use. So that's one. There's an app. I'm going to actually throw this in before I forget. There's an app that. Hang on one second here. Let me put this in the right place before I forget. So, sorry, bear with me for 1 second. Matthew. Yeah. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Matt, I think you said apps for the angler community? Yeah. Did you mean like fishers? Yeah. That's what I thought. So he mentioned this to me before he had decided software. So applications designed for people that are into fishing. There's an app. There's an app that one of our poli-sci professors has come up with, which is like a 3-dimensional cube which is a game that allows people to learn poli-sci concepts. Martin, who is currently like with the drone people, but had a really cool idea for an app that basically, it's sort of like instead of playing Words with Friends, you're playing foreign language with friends, and you're connected with people in another country, and like there's text in both languages. It's a tool to help you learn new languages. There's an app that basically takes a picture of you and allows you to try on clothes before you buy them. Kind of like Barbie, except like with actual clothes and your actual picture. And then there's an app which helps to organize all payments in one like convenient location. So instead of having to use like separate apps to pay all your bills, it will reach out and do all those apps for you. Tejon Ranch is talking with our software development folks about some apps, and I don't know the details of that yet. And then there's an app. There's an app for organizing sports information. So different cool, fun sports videos and local information about where to go golfing and play basketball and baseball and stuff locally. I think that's, and one for finding gas stations that are near where you return your rental car. I think that's the whole list. I can send it out to everybody, but here's what has to happen next with the software projects. Any of you who want to pitch, and virtual reality, virtual reality, Julia. Virtual reality for learning like surgery, other kinds of new techniques. So any of you that want to pitch your idea or lobby for one of those to get chosen over the other, I need you to be able to come to the software development lab on Thursday morning. Now, I know some of you can't make that. I've about a third of you have sent me your schedule availability so far. So if anybody can make it to that, and certainly if you want to pitch your idea and make sure that it gets some app developers on it, that lab is this Thursday morning from 7:20 to 9:50. And the best way to, I know it's terribly early. I didn't choose it. It was painful for me to go last Thursday. It's really early in the morning, but that's where all the developers are going to be, and that's where you can really like get their attention and close the deal on which apps are going to be focused on. Because really, it's the developers that are going to pick the final ones. We're not programming the code, so they're the ones that have to be excited. Does that make sense?
That's really what I wanted to do, but to be quite honest, none of the ideas excite me at all. But I wanted to get on to like something like that, and I thought that would be like the option I'd go with.
Well, you can still switch, okay? You can still switch. So if you decide between now and Thursday or Friday, it's fine with me. You can bounce back and forth between the two teams, but I will consider you irrigation until further notice, okay? Okay, software people, who can come on Thursday? Please tell me someone can. Okay, cool. So Julia, you can't?
No.
You want to coach one of them on how to pitch your app?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So as a group, and this, like, as a group, you, Matthew, Martin's out there, but hang on, I'm going to actually tell him in a second before I forget. I can't remember who else told me, who told me the idea about, like, dressing up a picture of yourself in clothes? Somebody sent me that idea. I can't remember who it was. I think it's a cool idea. Anyway, as a group, I want you guys to, like, choose which apps you want to advocate for and send your representatives on Thursday morning. My cell phone is in the syllabus, so I need for you to tell me. Actually, I'm going to write that down right now. My cell phone is in the syllabus, so I'll give it to you guys as well. Whoever's coming, make sure to text me so we can meet up. And it's basically the third floor of the Psi 3 building is where we're going to be going. Anytime in that window works. So before I move on, that's a good next step thing right now. Who wants to be who knows that they can come for sure? Okay. So what's your cell phone? Cool. I also need availability, so that's the next thing on the list here. Okay. Oh, hang on. Okay, folks, quiet for a second. Quiet for a second. Mohammed Al-Yosef, what is your availability for meetings? I haven't had people email me yet. So, days of the week. Days of the week, like times of the day. Thursdays? Before class, after class, do you know what time approximately? So, like after this class? Do you have another class after this, or you could meet? What time? Not my class, is it? Okay, okay.
Professor,
Yes.
are you going to give us any time to do any actual group work in class?
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
But not today.
Oh,
But eventually, yes.
okay.
So let me write this down here quick. If nothing else, Mohammed, you're available Thursday after class, right? Richard, same thing. When are you available, more or less? I mean, you don't have to tell me every single time, but give me a couple of windows when you know you'll be available.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay. What times?
Before this class, anytime before this class.
Can you meet after 2? Do you have another class right after this? That's fine. Okay.
Or on Thursdays, I can meet right after.
So Thursday after class.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Eduardo's not here today, right? Madero, Lopez Madero? Okay. Anna, when are you, more or less, when are you available?
Well, I can do Mondays and Wednesdays in the afternoon.
Uh-huh.
And then, well, Tuesdays and Thursdays I can't do it until like after 6:45.
Okay, so Tuesday, Thursday after 7, we'll say.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, since we don't know, well, actually, just go ahead and do this right now. Abdullah Alibidi, when are you available, more or less, to meet?
I have class from 1
To what?
from 1 p.m. to the other side.
To 9?
Yeah, it's time before 1.
So before 1, could you meet?
I already have a group.
What's that?
I already have a group before 1.
You have a group
So I'm available after this class maybe.
after this?
Yes.
Okay. Fahad, is Fahad here? I can't remember. No. Okay, Abby, you're irrigation, but when are you available? Okay, any particular night or any night? Monday, Friday? Or Monday through Friday? Okay, after 7. Perfect. Mohammed Alesa. Tuesday, Thursday after 8 p.m.? Okay. Abdulaziz Al Hassan. I don't think Al Hassan is here today. No. Abdul Rahman Al Khuder. Well, actually, both Abdul Rahmans, one after the other. Folks, quiet if you're not Abdul Rahman. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay. Faisal Asbai. Not here. Trisha, when are you available? You can pick other windows later. Just tell me one that you know is available. After class, before class, in the mornings, in the evenings.
Friday, anytime Friday except 3 o'clock.
Okay, so Friday before 3, after 5, right? Okay. Derica, how about you?
You're talking about the whole week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tuesdays I am available from 2:15 to 4.
Okay.
Thursdays I am available 2:15
To 4 again.
4, and then 3 after 4. So
Okay, after class as well. Okay.
yes, Fridays free.
What is that? Fridays?
Free,
Free? Okay.
and then Mondays and Wednesdays. Yeah, busy.
Okay, that's fine. That works. Okay. Nick Gonzalez, you're on irrigation now. When are you available?
Thursdays after class.
Okay.
Yeah. On Tuesday and Thursday, anytime before 1.
Thursday before 1. Got it. Martin's outside, but he's in the drone project now. Lance Thomas, when are you available?
I'm supposed to get my schedule final later this week.
Uh-huh.
Thursday morning and Friday after class should be okay.
Okay, that'll work. Tell me the schedule more when you know, but that's fine for now. Friday after 5, you said? Okay. Axel, when are you available?
Before the class?
Okay. Before class on Tuesday, Thursday? Okay. Matthew.
On Tuesdays, anytime before 11.
Uh-huh.
And Thursdays, anytime before 11 and after 5:15.
After 5:15?
I got other slots, but
That's fine. I just need to know a couple right now. Okay.
I did, but
So, shout. Like, I only have part of your availabilities, so
Right.
Joe, you're Joe, right?
Yeah.
And Sam. You guys can figure this out as a group yourself, but just let me know basically what are your baseline?
Tuesdays and Thursdays before 1, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays after.
Before 1 and after class. Okay. Joe.
I got Tuesdays and Thursdays before 1 with my Kim,
Mhm.
and Monday, Wednesday, weekend.
And Monday, Wednesday, what?
Monday, I would say probably Friday through Monday. Friday through Monday. I'm good.
Oh, just free?
I'm free, or I can skip work or whatever.
Ah,
I'm working
okay,
Saturday.
that's fine. Okay. Haley and Steven are outside. I actually don't know their availability yet. Jennifer.
Huh. Oh, availability?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. Like, it changes every week. The only time I know for sure is after this class, 5:15 and 7. Like, between 5:15 and 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's fine. That'll work for now.
Or, like, super early in the mornings. Any day. I don't care. I don't mind waking you.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's all I need to know for now. Okay, now the rest of the software folks. Mohammed Amutawa.
I think I feel about cracking on.
Hey, by the way, that's another thing. Your email keeps kicking back to me, man. Every time I send you an email, it keeps sent back to me. Can you write down your correct email address?
Could you spill that shit?
I know. Okay, got it. So what's your availability?
Tuesday and Thursday.
Okay, got it. Denise Alvarez.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11:30 to 4.
11:30 to 4. Perfect. Thank you. Erica Baltazar.
Tuesdays and Thursdays after class.
Okay. Perfect. Brittany.
Tuesdays and Thursdays after this class.
Awesome. Norizia. After 6:30, you said?
Yeah, and then Friday all day.
Okay, hang on. After 6:30, Friday all day. Got it. Antonio Cruz.
Yeah, Tuesdays after 11 to 4.
11 to 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then on Thursdays after 1.
After 1
Yeah, after 1 and after class.
and after class. Okay, cool. Alejandra Delgadillo. Is Alejandra here? No? Okay. Emma Eckroth. When are you available? Just pick a window where you think is the most likely. Do you have immediately after or before this class? How about Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays? Huh? Weekend? So you're never available, basically. So when are you going to do homework?
7 days a week.
Okay, so you're available at night. Huh?
From 10 to midnight?
Like after midnight, after 10?
When the bar's closed.
Okay. Well, that might end up being a problem for your teammates, but we'll see. Never available. Jonathan.
I'm taking the last ones off.
Before 2:30 on Monday and Wednesday?
Okay, before 2:30. Okay.
Or, sorry, after 2:30.
After. Yep.
And before 2:30, Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay. Before 2:30. Tuesday, Thursday?
Yeah, and then between the classes, between classes.
Okay. Between 3,400 and 3,450. Perfect. And Emma, I'm sure like we'll eventually figure out something that works. Like I try to get a basic idea of at least one window when everybody's free, and then I choose the one where the most people are free for like a group meeting, and then you can just catch up with people over the course of. Okay. Cool. Okay, we're getting close to the end. Jessica Garcia.
I'll be available Monday through Friday, anytime after 7.
After 7? Okay. Ashley Land.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays between 10 and 11, and then 1 and 2.
10 to 11 and 1 to 2? Okay. Perfect. Geng Lee. Okay. Bernice Mendoza.
Tuesdays and Thursdays before class.
Tuesday, Thursday before class? Okay. And last one that I don't have yet is Julia.
I can do Monday, Wednesdays after 5.
Monday, Wednesday after 5? Okay. And now that Stephen and Haley are back, when are you guys available for meetings? I don't know your availability yet.
Basically anytime between
11 and 4.
Okay.
Every day.
11 to 4 daily. Okay. Haley, how about you?
Monday and Tuesday, except for during this class. So from 8
Monday,
a.m. to-
Tuesday, 11 to 4, or
Monday, Tuesday, 8 a.m. to 4. And
Okay.
Then, what, 5:30 to
8 to
whenever?
4, and after class. Okay, cool.
Also Fridays if I want to go for that.
That's fine. Cool. That's good enough for now. Awesome. And I think I saw an email from Omar with the availability, right? Okay. Martin, at the end of class, like I said, if you want to see your app become reality, make sure to talk with the software group. As a group, like basically the software students have a lab at 7:20 in the mornings, from 7:20 to 9:50 on Thursdays. And the best way to make sure to advocate for certain apps is for us to show up there on Thursday. So if you're available Thursday morning, you can come and pitch your own app. Otherwise, make sure that Brittany is able to pitch your app, because she's the one that I know is going to. There's probably some other students that can come too, but she can come on Thursday, so she's going to kind of be the representative of the group. So after class, if you're not going to be able to be there, make sure that she knows kind of how to pitch your app. Make sense? Cool. Okay. So that's all that. I got a couple other things to point out, and then I'll dive in on the lecture. Whatever lecture stuff I don't get to today, we'll do on Thursday. There's not a whole lot to go through on Thursday, and the most important thing that we needed to do was pin down availability and group organization. So don't worry that we spent so much time on that. That's exactly what we needed to do today. Before I forget, let me at least pass around the sign-up sheet. What did I do with that? There we go. As of either Thursday or next Tuesday, I'm going to make a face map of everybody in here so that I don't have to pass this sheet around anymore, and I can start memorizing everybody's faces and names. You'll see, if you check this out, for my...
Some of these are green and some of these are...
you can ignore... Okay, green means... Sorry. Green on this sheet means that I had your availability in an email already. Don't worry about that, because I just asked everybody in here about your availability, so the green stuff, don't worry about. Red means I'm still missing either your professional development plan or a LinkedIn contact invitation, okay? So eventually, I'm going to do this. So I've got everybody's like faces on a map. Oh yeah, I am. And I memorize them all. And then you don't have to sign the sheet anymore, huh? Or your LinkedIn pictures. Yeah, if you want me to use a certain picture, send it to me. Otherwise, I use the one from your ID.
Can we just take a picture right now?
Not right at this very moment, no. But that is a possibility in the future. So I'm gonna. Or yeah, hang on, folks. If you're not Derica, be quiet.
I had a question with the extra credit that you sent. I'm not sure if anyone else's link stopped after the first page, but it wouldn't let me continue after the first page.
Oh, okay.
I tried it. I tried exiting everything.
I think I might know why, but I'm not sure. So if that's the case, anybody that had that problem, please email me.
Do you automatically get the notification that we completed it, or do we have to print out the paper?
As long as you typed in your student ID number, hang on one second, Brittany. As long as you typed in your student ID number, my friend Gloria, who's organizing the research, she'll send me a list of all the student ID numbers on, like, I'm going to wait until Saturday, and then this weekend I'll type it all in. So as long as you got to that page, don't worry, I'll have the information. If you didn't get to that page, email me, and I'll deal with it. Okay? Brittany, yes?
I just want to know whose ideas were on pitching on Thursday. Whose ideas you have pitching?
All of them.
Oh, that's a lot.
Well, I'll help you with them. But basically, I personally, my buddy Garrett, like I'm lobbying hard for that app. He's a professional software development consultant. He's excited about it. LA Fitness is excited about it. Like, that app could go places. So I'm going to personally advocate for that one. The rest of them, it really depends. I don't care. Like, if I had the entire group working on Garrett's app, it'd be fine with me. So the rest of them, I can't remember who sent me which idea. I know Martin has an idea, and I know Julia had an idea. and I know that Matthew has an idea for like sort of apps for the fishing community. Other than that, I can't remember who sent me what. So it's up to Matthew, Julia, and Martin. Huh? What's that?
What about Derek? What is theirs?
Oh no, Derek is not really an app. It's an online store.
Oh.
So it's not a software project per se. So anybody else in the software group, if you're one of the ones that sent me your ideas, and you want to make sure that they get advocated for, make sure that Brittany knows. Okay? Otherwise, if nobody is advocating, then basically I'll just have you come and like it's like a dog and pony show, like just showing that someone showed up, like shows commitment and enthusiasm, and I'll give you some stuff to say. Make sense? But the idea is if Martin or Matthew or Julia or anybody else really wants to pitch their idea, they should tell you after class. Okay? Make sense? Okay. Okay, so I sent that around. Mohammed, I got your correct email address now. Derica, you presented. So the only other thing, let me go into our syllabus now. Okay, before I start the lecture, there's one other thing that I wanted to point out. I've updated the syllabus. So I've updated the podcasts. So I believe I said that in the assignment that I gave you for your personal entrepreneurial development plan, I said go back and look at what I said in the lecture. And look at the podcast. If you want to look at the podcast, just click on the syllabus, open it up, and if you scroll down to where the calendar is, yes. Oh, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, I can see it just fine here. I'm so late. Totally forgot. Sorry about that. Yeah, it'll warm up in a second here. Oh, too bad. No more soda left to drink. There we go. Yeah, so I'll just turn this off for a second while it's warming up. You'll notice that there's little hyperlinks on the dates now. If you just, I believe you have to like control click if you're in a Word document, but if you just go control click, that will open up a YouTube video of the entire lecture. The mic?
Okay.
So if you walk too far away from there, you won't be able to hear you very well. So, hello, everyone. There you go. How are you guys? Cool. So what you're going to have is everything that was on the screen and everything that was said in the classroom. Okay? So if you need to go back or review anything, it's 2016. In my opinion, like every class ever taught should be recorded in this format. So you can go back, whether you need it for your assignment or not, you can always go back and look at any of the classes. Sometimes I have a technical problem and the recording doesn't work. Usually I'm good on that.
Is that on the 30th of August?
What's that?
Is that
Yeah.
the one you want us to refer back to?
Oh, good question. Yes. Yes. Okay. What's that?
So you open this up from Blackboard?
Yeah.
And click on the date and show that an audio?
Yeah, and video. And as we keep going, like I'm recording this session right now, huh?
There's a video camera here?
No, it's recording what's on the screen. I have a video camera, but it's not turned on right now. Otherwise, I could do, I could do this, but I'm just using it as a microphone right now. I don't have the video turned on. I'd like to record video in the future in here, but right now it's just the audio and whatever's on the screen.
Alright, I was just wondering.
No, does it make sense? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's that. Let me start with a little bit of the lecture, and the rest of it we'll just pick up with next time, okay? Any questions about anything we've gone over so far? Okay, cool. So, this is the last of the brand new lectures that I've developed fresh this year. It's a cool one on turning ideas into reality and generating ideas in particular. So, okay. So, Stephen, if you wanted to look up that, did you find it already?
I have not.
This here. This is the citation. Hisrich, Peters, and Shepard, Entrepreneurship, 9th edition. So there's a whole bunch of sources of new ideas that one can find. And honestly, right now this is a little bit relevant for the other group, but in general for everybody, you're working on projects in this class right now, but as entrepreneurs going forward, you're going to want to identify new ideas for successful projects. Oh, here, let me turn that. Sorry, you guys can't see anymore.
You said 9th edition?
Huh?
You said 9th edition or 7th?
9th. Okay. So there's all kinds of great sources of new entrepreneurial ideas. One, like I said in my critical foci that I talked about the first week, consumers. Talk to customers first, not second. That is a great source of new ideas for entrepreneurial ideas, entrepreneurial ventures or gaps in the existing coverage in the marketplace. Existing products and services. You should make sure to monitor and evaluate your competitors' products. Even going forward, if we're talking about Shout, I think Stephen's aware of this a little bit, and Haley, just because of the background and the professions you guys have. But take a look at where the gaps are in the existing group homes. Software-wise, as soon as we get started, you guys are going to want to look at what other software development teams are doing that you're not. Even though we have an app to work on, you're going to constantly be wanting to look at what the competition's doing and see if you can learn from that and build on it. Same thing, Omar's not the only guy in the world building a drone. So one of the things we're going to do while he's tinkering with how to get the solar panels to work is look at what other people are doing and put that in front of him and say, hey, we found this, Omar, what do you think? Constantly be looking at what your competitors are doing. Distribution channels. This is kind of the third of the three foci that I like to focus on. People who have been there and done that. Distribution channels are a bit in the particular case of this class and the projects we're working on, a little bit different. The distribution channel for Shout is really like the social services network of the government. That's really your distribution network. So you guys are going to want to be learning from everybody in that system. What problems are you having? What pitfalls do we need to look out for so that we have our paperwork right and we have our ducks in a row?
Right now, it's the reform that's happening as of January 1st, 2017.
I believe you. I want to hear those details when we have the project meeting. For drones, eventually, it's hard to say right now because you guys might end up selling direct to the ag companies once Omar's got things properly developed. But it could be that I'm sure there are technology consultants, experts, suppliers that supply all kinds of technology to the ag sector. Might even be together with the same people that supply tractors and stuff like that. You might end up packaging the drone and having them be your sales reps in effect. So anybody who sells equipment to the ag sector, you're going to be wanting to learn from, and just get ideas from them on how to sell this drone, what it should have. You'll be able to learn a lot from them. Software, it's wide open. It just depends on what the app is really, who the downstream distribution is going to be. But in every case, there's going to be somebody. So, you know, in the case of Garrett's app, he in some ways is the downstream because he's the consultant that like recommends different systems for different organizations. But eventually, there's probably going to be a there'll be a vendor in the software business that specializes in selling new apps, possibly different vendors for each industry. And basically, just by going to things like Alyssa's networking events, you'll be able to start meeting people who specialize in selling apps. And that's your distribution is eventually going to be people who take that app once it's been commercialized properly for LA Fitness, and they sell it to all the rest of the fitness people in the country. And then they move on and they sell it to all the hospitals. But you'll probably find people at those networking events who are your downstream distribution. Federal government. We're going to talk in a couple of weeks a little bit more about patent and trademark stuff. Not too much. I covered that more in my small business class, but we'll talk a little bit about it. And, you know, the first thing most people think of when they think of the patent office is filing patents for their own intellectual property. But the patent office's database has all kinds. It has detailed information on every invention ever patented. And you can find a wealth of information on what has and has not been patented, where are there gaps in technology, where are there opportunities, just by trolling through the patent office's database. And I'll show you guys how to access it here in a couple of weeks. Also, research and development, you know, something that's Omar is cognizant of, and I know that to a lesser extent, Garrett with the irrigation project is cognizant of this as well. When we do projects within the Cal State context, Cal State sometimes has rights to some of that intellectual property if our facilities were used. And, you know, understandably, he wants to protect all the intellectual property for himself, so he's very careful about what facilities he uses here or not. But in general, even though you want to be cognizant of these things, don't poo-poo using somebody else's facilities. Like, especially when you're brand new and you're just starting with a new venture. It's better to risk having to give away 5 or 10% of your equity than to never get started with something in the first place. So, you know, there's large organizations out there, Cal State just being one of them that's an educational institution, but, you know, certainly app development could take place sometimes within Apple. You know, I mean, Apple will certainly want to gobble up all that intellectual property, but if you are cognizant of the contract you sign and you've talked with your bosses about what rights you'll have and what rights Apple will have beforehand, it's like owning 1% of $1 million is still $10,000. Owning 1% of zero is still zero. Owning 100% of zero is still zero. So, you know, don't be too shy to use other people's facilities, even if it means you have to give up some equity. It's a great, great way to go forward with your ideas. There's a whole bunch of great methods for generating ideas besides like the sources. Some of them you guys are more familiar with than others, but I kind of just took some cherry-picked information that I thought was interesting and I didn't really know before. Focus groups usually have 8 to 14 participants. I never knew that. Did you guys know that? I mean, I knew they don't have a lot, but that's a specific number, 8 to 14. Not 7, not 15, 8 to 14. And, you know, a lot of times focus groups are done for completely new, like, brainstorming and generating new ideas completely, having participants kind of talk in a structured way. But they're not just for new ideas. They're actually really great as well for vetting existing ideas. So, you know, everybody in here, as you go forward, theoretically, you could benefit from a focus group anytime during the course of the before the irrigation technology. You know, just getting together 5, 6, what was it, 8 to 14, so getting together 8, 9, 10 people from the ag sector, some of whom are small family farm owners, others of whom may be like middle management and wonderful at something. Just get them in a room and get them talking for an hour or so about how they currently like measure all of their crop yields and stuff. Get them talking about what they think about drone technology right now. I know some of them are going to have strong opinions based on the kind of problems that they've had in the past, like Omar was talking about, but you guys could certainly benefit from that as well. Same thing with the irrigation. Like, get them talking about the problem. You have no problem getting ag people in California to talk about the problem with water. Like, that's going to be an easy conversation. It's going to lead to, no pun intended, a waterfall of information about the problems they're facing and how to solve them with the smart irrigation. Brainstorming. Very important with brainstorming to not have any criticism. When you do a brainstorming session, you want ideas to be as wild as possible. You want to encourage people to think way, way off of the beaten path. And the idea is quantity of ideas. So some of the ideas may never get any further than spitballing, but 10 ideas are better than 5. 20 like crazy ideas are better than 10 good ones. In brainstorming, you want to generate absolutely as many ideas as possible, and you want to encourage people. You want to do it in a group setting, and you want to encourage people to sort of riff off of other people's ideas. So, if I brainstorm that, there may actually be like the smart irrigation. I think like I went out to a family farm for a tour. Took one of my classes that was working on the edible garden project out there for a tour last year, and like I noticed that there's little like the way they do the irrigation right now is there's a like drip tape that goes all the way down the like orchard of almond trees, and some of the holes in that don't like squirt water properly. I just noticed. So if there were any way to have a sensor on the individual squirters, and some way to push out an electrical pulse or push water harder to that particular outlet, it could make the water flow more efficient. Like, so if I think of that, everybody in the irrigation team, what occurs to your mind based on that description that I just said? Anything. I don't care if it's completely wacky and off base. Tell me something. So how do you think, how could a computer like get those holes to work? There's no electrical pulse in there right now, I think. There's not, like, how do you think they could do it? Just, what's that? Yeah, possibly. I like it. Like, if you had a little, if you had a solar panel which is providing, power right to that point, you could send a pulse and actually yeah, I like it. So this is the idea, is building off of other people's ideas, and just seeing where it goes. And there are no bad ideas in brainstorming. So brain writing, anybody heard of brain writing as opposed to brainstorming? So brain writing is very similar to brainstorming. It's just that you're doing it in a written fashion. And it's usually 6, I have no idea why, but it's usually 6 participants, not 8 to 14. And instead of talking like I just did about the ideas, you'll take a sheet of paper like Grecia has here and write some of your ideas down, maybe a couple sentences or a paragraph, and then pass that over, and somebody else will pass you their ideas. You'll read it, write some more down. It's the same as brainstorming, but it gives you a chance to do a little bit more in-depth thinking than what you normally do just talking out loud with people. And then problem inventory analysis. I've got a nice graphic of this on the next page. Instead of sort of wide open brainstorming or conversations, which is really the nature of the first three, problem inventory analysis starts with a specific existing product that has problems, and you just want to get people talking about the problems and identifying every problem possible and possible ways to address them or fix them. So I've got a nice example of a problem inventory that I believe was done originally just on food. It's a relatively broad topic, but food as a product, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it doesn't taste very good, sometimes you don't have it when you want it, sometimes it's it's undercooked and it could be dangerous. So I think based on that initial inventory that I gave, they kind of took and put things into categories and decided, okay, well, there's some issues that have to do with psychological stuff, some things that have to do with the actual frequency and logistics of how you use the food. Some of it is about your senses, some of it is about the rest of your life and when you have the opportunity to consume food. It's just a huge brain dump of everything that might not be as nice as you like it about food. And it's amazing, each of these could end up being a separate market opportunity. So the fact that there is a lot of fattening food out there, and there are a lot of people that don't want to be fat and don't want to have clogged arteries and everything, that by itself is basically the ginormous push that a lot of our society is going on to right now for healthy foods. That's a huge market opportunity right there. Still feeling hungry after eating. That's kind of the reverse. Honestly, when you feel hungry after eating, normally that's a good way to get fat. It's by continuing to eat after you've already eaten. But there's certainly a desire there, and in a lot of ways, convenience stores and fast food service some of this market. If you're cooking by yourself, sometimes things burn or they stick to the pan. That initially has that over the course of time has been the genesis for all kinds of cooking oils and nonstick pans and so forth and so on. So if you just sit down and think of every possible problem that you have with an existing product and do it in a group setting, it generates a table like this, and really can also generate a lot of good new ideas in a particular area. So in the case of the software team, since I think I've talked about all the rest of them. If we talk about Garrett's app for a second, at some point we might want to get 10 people in a room or so and brainstorm, or just do a problem inventory analysis like this with every problem people have ever had with facilities. I can't tell you how many. It's nice that the weather's cooled down now, but I can't tell you how many times in this building and other buildings it's been hot as hell in here, and I tell people about it. It doesn't get resolved. It's really frustrating. If we just make a list of and sometimes the chairs are the right size, sometimes they're not. None of them match. It looks kind of ugly in here. From not you guys, but the chairs don't look matching. And I could make a big long list of everything facilities wise. That might be actually really useful for developing that app in the front end, because it identifies things that they can start trying to code into the capabilities of the app. So another good technique here. It is 5:13. I think I'm going to call it a day at this slide and pick up at the next slide on Thursday. Where is my this should be the last time I need the sheet. I'm going to make my map hopefully by Thursday. Sure.
It just needs the syllabus and then your signature.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll sign it right now before I forget.
Steven.
You keep it.
Stressed out.
No, you keep it. Actually, I tell you
Like I
what.
should stop looking stuff up.
I don't need to keep this. You take it back with you right now. What is it? The 6th?
At some point, at one point during
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take this with you. I acknowledge that I am teaching this course voluntary. This means I don't get paid any extra to do it. Okay, so you just have to keep after me to send you a syllabus.
Okay.
If you don't see one by next week, just email me to pester me, okay?
Thank you.
I didn't know if you wanted this back.
No. That's for you guys to do.
Second question, if we haven't met others, but if they were able to get the LA Fitness app going,
Uh-huh.
like,
Okay.
and then the homework assignment that we had, the entrepreneurship.
Yep.
I didn't know if I did it right. Can you send it to me
Yeah.
and like kind of like
Yeah.
look it up?
Yeah. If you send it to me now-ish, you know, like tomorrow.
I'll probably send it to you later tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. If you send it to me later tonight, like sometime later this week, I'll like give you my thoughts on it. Cool, no problem.
Try tricking
Okay, hang on one second here though.
Try to lie just a little bit.
You need me?
Yeah, let's go see if we can go check out that software.
On Thursday? Yeah, of course. I'd love for all of you guys to come, but I know some people aren't available, so.
Yeah, I didn't know what time and all that.
Were you not here when I said that? I thought you were in here.
Today?
Yeah.
I didn't hear.
Yeah, 7:20 in the morning.
Yeah, so I
Unfortunately.
thought that was like the other day. You sent an email to us.
No, I did, but they have their lab every Thursday, and so I think.
I thought I missed that one.
No. If you're available this coming Thursday, come along with Brittany.
Check it out.
Yeah, please.
Talk to someone.
Matt. Yep.
Same place.
What's that?
Everything is the email.
Yeah, it's in the email. That whatever the location is, it's the far end of the 3rd floor in the side building, but you'll see it all in there.
It's a product and like app
Uh-huh.
idea, so I don't know. Do you just want me to pitch the idea of the app or?
To the software students?
Yeah, no, well, to her because.
Well, yeah.
Because like
Well,
I said,
no,
it's a
I-
product and an app, so.
I'd explain the whole thing to her, but I'd actually pitch the product side to the other group because we might be able to have 2 different groups working on your idea. Make sense? Yes.
To ask you about the appointment on Thursday.
Uh-huh.
It will be about what? I have to search first. Do you want me to see for some information about the irrigation?
Which meeting on Thursday?
You told me on Thursday after the class.
Oh, when you were available.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just wanted to know. Right now, there's nothing we need to do. I just wanted to know when everybody. I have a map that I make of. Here. I'm making a map of when people are available. So if there's lots of people that are available right here, then I can have the group meeting there. You don't have to do anything on Thursday right now. I just wanted to know when you were available.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Okay.
Okay. There's nothing you have to do right now.
I told myself maybe you want me to see some
No,
information.
nothing right now. I'll email you whenever there's a meeting.
Oh, that is good.
Okay.
Thank you very
No
much.
problem. No problem.
And have a good day.
Thank you.
How come your pin is on the outside and mine's not? Doesn't make sense. I don't know. I think yours are wrong.
I think I'm just gonna show.